When did you decide you were going to testify?
That's a good question, Sean.
In 2022.
Damn, early.
Was it a hard decision?
It was the hardest decision of my life, but I sat for those years thinking that let me let them wrap this situation around their head. Let them see and let them. They gonna step up. They gonna get pops out of this.
Right. And see, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, bro. If I'm in the streets like Ksoo and I know I killed the nigga and I called my daddy and my daddy just came to try to save me, and I ain't even tell my daddy it was a murder, none of that, gang. I ain't letting my daddy go to jail for me, nigga. You niggas is pussy. You a gangster. You a gangster at every step you took to go catch the body, but you ain't a gangster to go sit in jail for it though. You gonna let your pop sit in here for 2 years straight, and you ain't do nothing with your lawyers to even try to get this nigga out. I don't subscribe to that shit. I ain't the biggest fan of snitching on your son either, but it's like, what you want me to do?
The reason being I'm thinking like this is because I know me as a father to them.
Shit.
So I'm thinking like, okay, they gonna get me out of this. Let me give them a little time. If I wait 2 years, and I tell my lawyer, I say, look, get with. See, I'm using Ksoo, but I call him Keeman. I say, get with Keeman lawyer, get with Crazy K lawyer, but I call him Keeman.
Yeah, my bad,
I say, get with Keeman lawyer, get with Crazy K lawyer, get with them, let's all sit down and see which way we gonna fight this thing. How we gonna fight this thing.
Right.
They let their lawyers tell them, no, they don't think this is a good idea. Okay, if y'all thought I was on some bullshit or something, then hear me out like you've been hearing me out. I'm the one who been getting y'all out of trouble all this time now. So hear me out. Don't say nothing. Don't criminate yourself. Just let me do all the talking.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know I got a plan. Okay, Ksoo, you want to go to trial? This is what we gonna do. This one I'm gonna tell my plan. This how I'm gonna tell my plan. This the plan. I had 2 plans. Butter done. Man, Butter.
Now before he say his plan, because a lot of y'all niggas already don't like him because he snitched on his son and it sound bad. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, put yourself in them shoes. Your son go kill somebody. Your son call you and say, Dad, I need help. The police chasing me. Or he don't even say the police, Dad, I'm in trouble. Can you come get me? You pull up quick as hell because you scared your son in trouble. You pick your son up. You're like, what the hell happened? He's like, man, we just got in trouble. They chased us, man. Just go. Don't tell you the whole story, right? You get home and you get locked up and you go to see. I didn't know he did 2 years in jail. You know what I'm saying? You get home, you get locked up for murder. You do 2 years in jail. You don't say nothing to nobody, no police for 2 years straight. You go to do 2 years for the murder your son did. You ain't even know nothing about it. And then you snitch on your son because your son was basically finna let you rot in this motherfucker for some shit you ain't do. What would you do? You gonna go do life with him? Cause y'all both gonna get life. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna get life, and no. Ksoo and his daddy would have got life if they would have thought that Ksoo daddy was involved, like planning a murder with him. So you gonna go get life with your son, or you gonna snitch on your son? He get life anyway. You get out. You ain't do the shit in the first place.
Serial killer.
I would have snitched on his monkey ass.
That motherfucker got some bodies. Hey man, we're gonna take and we're gonna let all these motherfucking victim families know that they are sweeping this shit under the rug because Butter is a state witness in this Ksoo case.
Who the hell is Butter?
So now all these families gonna go on an uproar. News, this, that, because of Butter. This gonna make him a bad
Who
witness.
is Butter?
Second plan is this. If they talk to me now, these the plans. The second plan, if we don't want to go with that plan, let's do with this. I'm gonna get about at least 4 of these old ladies. I'm talking about over 50 in my grandma's neighborhood. They gonna come in here and they gonna testify that Ksoo was on their street eating breakfast that morning when this situation happened. We're gonna do like the state said. We're gonna let the jury figure it out. We're gonna let them see if they're gonna believe these old church-going ladies or they gonna believe Butter. See, I think the days of just sitting there with the burden of proof is on the state I think that's gone. Sad, but it's gone because you don't have to say nothing as a defendant.
Yeah. I get
But
what you're saying.
I think if you have a defense, it's gonna look better in front of the jury.
Yeah,
Does that make sense to you?
that makes sense to me.
When you were testifying and you looked at Ksoo, did he look like he wanted to kill you?
He looked like he didn't believe it.
Mm.
I don't think it registered on him until after the fact.
But why? Why? Why do you kill somebody, involve somebody else who didn't do nothing on this murder, and then when they snitch, you let them sit in jail for 2 years, and then when they snitch on you to go home, you act like you surprised? I don't understand that shit.
I don't think he want to kill me. I don't think he want to do nothing to me. It's just more so that he hurt, because I have a conversation that always play in my mind that me and him had. I know he loved me, and he told me, he was like, man, I used to wait every year for you to come home. I used to wait every year. Every year they tell me you coming home. And it was just to a point to where I just gave up.
Stop waiting, hell yeah.
He said, you popped up and you came home and you got me. Like that. You know what I'm saying? And that conversation, it just always play over and over in my head, because I had to have a hand in him getting a life sentence.
For sure.
But we got to also look, that's the tail side of the coin. The head side of the coin is I got 2 1-year-old boys. I got a daughter too, little daughter. But the reason why, the boys is because these are the problems you have with boys. Girls are gonna have the little girl problems.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays they have girl problems. They don't have goddamn.
You ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf was broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own, it's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people, all thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. Yeah. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan, because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you.
And
No cap.
I had to think about them. And I had to think, man, that I got to save who I can save. If I can. I got to at least try. Because Ksoo is already who he gonna be.
Mm-hmm. See, I understood that too. It's a tough decision to make, but I understood that too. Do I go to jail for a murder I didn't do just because my son did it and I don't want to snitch on him and I want to keep it loyal to him when he not keeping it loyal to me? Do I want to go to jail and snitch and then I had 2 more sons that ain't got no daddy and they end up with a life sentence? I got a daughter who end up being pregnant by a nigga like this. and now she got a baby by herself because her baby daddy got life sentence because I wasn't around. What do I do?
And I would think because one of those little boys, Ksoo, was stupid close with, and I would think that he would think about them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me think about my little brother, man. You know, my little brother need his daddy. Ain't all his other brothers going to jail.
Right.
He need his dad out there. Because those little boys gonna outgrow them mama's beatings. That ain't gonna be nothing to them.
Exactly.
Do you feel like without you testifying, Ksoo still would have went to jail? For life?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
So you don't feel like you were the nail in the coffin?
No.
So that makes you feel better? Kind of.
I don't feel better in no kind of way with this situation.
Because he got life at the end of the day, so yeah.
In no kind of way.
I
Ain't
wouldn't
nothing
feel
that
better
make me
either,
feel
shit.
better. I don't think that I was the nail in the coffin to say, because his live video and the video of the killing put him on the scene.
Exactly, dumbass. I would have been snitched. I wouldn't have waited them 2 years. Nigga, you killed somebody and then got on Instagram and got on live with the same clothes on and all this shit. I think he got on live before he killed them. Then he got on live after he killed them. Then got on the internet and dissed them every fucking chance he got and admitted to it and told us the story, how he killed them, exactly how he killed them, while it was on camera of him killing them.
Stupid.
So nigga, you think I'm finna sit in jail for your dumb ass? Man.
His hair in the car, his fingerprints on the gun put him in the car. Now you got to go from here. These are all the things that I looked at before I made the decision that I made. If you in that car at the wreck, you was in that car at the murder.
Right.
Because the murder started, then the car wrecked, then the neighborhood. Prosecutors gonna put all this puzzle together and present it to the jury. You got a dude that's admitting to 2 murders, testifying, star witness, saying he was there.
Is that the other nigga that killed them with him? Is that who Buddy is?
Gonna weigh a lot with that jury. You know, now do I think what I did helped? Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But see, that go to show that his lawyers failed him, because his lawyer knew that the main thing for me was to identify him on that video.
Mm-hmm.
And his lawyer kept pushing this other dude. He kept showing this other dude. I don't know what happened. They had a sidebar. The prosecutor was finna play the tape, the recording. They had a sidebar. The judge wouldn't let him play the tape. I said, thank God. I said, oh, thank God, boy, this ain't finna happen. Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this other guy, this other dude. He was showing me another guy, Crazy Chris. He was showing me Crazy Chris. You know, this Crazy Chris. They was trying to make like Crazy Chris.
With a nigga with a name like Crazy Chris, you know he killed him.
Was the one who they was trying to deceive the jury that Crazy Chris the one who did it, because Crazy Chris was supposed to have been sitting on Bibby early that morning, but missed him. I'm not Bibby, excuse me. He was supposed to have been sitting on Lil Buck early that morning and missed him.
Yeah.
So Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this. This motherfucking prosecutor got up with that video. And when the prosecutor was finna play the video, the judge said, hey, hold it. Prosecutor said, I'm not finna talk about the defendant. He said, I'm not finna say nothing about the defendant. He played the video. And he said, you made them play the video. Leave this shit alone. Get me from up here. I'm talking about Ksoo.
I get what he's saying. Right. I get what he's saying.
Get me from up here so I won't have to do this here. That was the last part of the testimony that I had when, boom, they played the video. And he says, that Chris?
Nope.
What I supposed to say? And who is that?
Right.
If This man don't constantly shove this in front of the jury, showing them that this is somebody else. He gives the prosecutor no avenue to play this motherfucking video while I'm up there. Me, I think his lawyers just didn't do him a good justice. I think that he should have had the lady lawyer as his lead lawyer.
Mm.
That motherfucker, that was bulldog. She broke me down in the deposition. Like she broke me, she made me tap out. And I think that she should have been
The
lead in that case. Because you gotta think, when you put a woman in, that's a male dominant thing. So once you put the woman's in there, they gon' then she gonna become from a mama point of view too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From a mama. That's what I was about to say. She gonna come from like a every you know, like she would have came from a mama standpoint, because every woman has that motherly instinct. That's why most times big sisters are better at taking care of their little siblings than big brothers. You get what I'm saying? Until they both get grown. But you know, that's why you don't see little boys playing with babies and shit like that. You see little girls playing with babies because it's playing into their natural, nurturing, motherly instinct, care for, whoop-de-whoop coming from. So I think she probably would have had a better chance of getting Ksoo off from what he's saying. You know, but what y'all think in the comments, shorty?